when is Pam Bondi going to prosecute Garland? And if not, why not? But on the other hand, there's some good news for judicial accountability. Did you see the news? The FBI arrested a judge in Minnesota for obstructing immigration arrest or detention. And Pam Bondi was on television talking about it, and Kash Patel tweeted about it. I think I have Kash's tweet here. Just now, the FBI arrested Judge Hannah Duggan out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on charges of obstruction after evidence of Judge Duggan obstructed an immigration arrest operation last week. We believe she intentionally misdirected federal agents away from the subject to be arrested in her courthouse. Eduardo Flores Ruiz, who was, by the way, accused of beating to near death 2 individuals, his girlfriend and a man, allowing the subject, an illegal alien, to evade arrest. Thankfully, our agents chased down the perp on foot, and he's been in custody since, but the judge's obstruction created increased danger to the public. And Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, was on TV talking about it. She appeared on Fox News. Let's play that clip.
And to set the stage for you and Sandra, this was truly horrific. This guy was in court being prosecuted by a state prosecutor for domestic violence battery. He had beat up 2 people, a guy and a girl, beat the guy, hit the guy 30 times, knocked him to the ground, choked him, beat up a woman so badly they both had to go to the hospital. And John, you know, it's so rare for victims to want to cooperate. They wanted to cooperate. They were sitting in the courtroom with the state prosecutor. The judge learns that ICE was outside to get the guy because he had been deported in 2013, came back in our country, commits these crimes, charged with committing these crimes, victims in court. Judge finds out. She goes out in the hallway, screams at the immigration officers. She's furious, visibly shaken, upset, sends them off to talk to the chief judge. She comes back in the courtroom. You're not going to believe this. Takes the defendant and the defense attorney back in her chambers, takes them out a private exit and tells them to leave. While a state prosecutor and victims of domestic violence are sitting in the courtroom.
I mean, given those circumstances, the Attorney General really had no choice but to follow up. Of course, the crazed left that is on the side of alien invaders, dangerous criminals amongst them, rather than the rule of law, is all in favor of the judge allegedly doing what she did. Now, to be fair, the judge we haven't heard from her. We don't know what the evidence is that she has against these charges. Maybe she's innocent. Maybe they're overstating things. Maybe they're completely wrong. But given the evidence as presented, it's pretty darn serious. And I tell you, every local, state, and judicial official who engages in this type of conduct to obstruct the rule of law, obstruct justice, should be prosecuted, should be detained. I mean, given what they did to innocent Americans for merely disputing an election, the idea that judges or any official would actively engage in an effort, in this case really quite specific, to stop a dangerous criminal alien from being arrested, completely lawless, completely lawless. So kudos to Pam Bondi for taking this step, because you know she was going to get criticized for it, and there's going to be a whole eruption around it. But she's standing with the rule of law and the public safety in taking this action. And but there's still much more work to be done by the Attorney General. There's been a lot of discussion back and forth online about whether she and the FBI are taking appropriate steps to enforce the rule of law when it comes to the abuses targeting Trump and other American citizens by the regime, the weaponization of government, lawfare, et cetera. And I don't think they've done enough yet. And I'm encouraging them to do more. The good news is we're getting more transparency out of the Justice Department. It's incremental, but it's significant. As I highlighted last week, they gave us documents showing the White House interfered or tried to change the transcript of Joe Biden's interview with the special counsel in a way that hid the fact he couldn't remember who the defense secretary was and changed the fact he couldn't remember when his son Beau died. They tried to change the literal things he said in the transcript. And that was an extraordinary release of information by the Justice Department, but there's still much to be done. I mean, we've been in litigation for 7 years, I think now, for records of the anti-Trump activists in the FBI, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, the lovebirds, as we called them. And the government we had a federal court hearing earlier this week, and they told the court, well, they still need more time to review the record. Oh, excuse me. The allergies are acting up. I'm going to get another sneeze here soon. Is it coming? Nope, it passed. That they needed 4 months to review the transcript. Let's go to I think I had a tweet on it. There's a picture of me and Michael Bekesha. This is where Ray FBI said no text messages subject to FOIA. Hiding Page struck McCabe text. Judicial Watch sued in federal court. We made this, we sent this release out in October 2020. And now it's 2025. We still don't have all the records. And the DOJ attorney told the FBI, told the court just yesterday that they need at least 4 months to review the same records they've been collecting and withholding for all that time. And the court gave them 3 months. So they got to accelerate the release of this information. Don't you agree? I mean, they've been collecting these text messages for 7 years, and now they need to review them? Weren't they reviewing them as they were collecting them? What are they withholding? This is the way it works. They want you to go in, sue, they give you all the records, and then at the end, it's another fight as to what they withheld. So you got to wait for them to give you all the records, and they won't tell you what they're withholding specifically until they're completed the production. But the production can go on for well over half a decade. It's absurd. And I'm hoping the Justice Department takes action here. You know, but FOIA is generally half the battle. The other battle is holding the deep state accountable, holding the abusers accountable. And I've talked to you, and I just talked about the records related to the interview of Joe Biden. And Congress, well, Judicial Watch is suing in court for the videotapes, still waiting for the Bondi Justice Department to get back to us as to whether they're going to release them and stop the basically corrupt secrecy of Joe Biden. I don't know what's taking so long. But remember, Attorney General Garland went into contempt of Congress in order to hide this material from Congress. And of course, they refused to prosecute him. And I raised this issue here. Let's watch I raised this issue actually when we first sued for this information. I think it was last year. Let's go to that. Hey everyone, Joe Biden is so desperate to keep those audio tapes of his special counsel interviews away from you and from Congress that he is asserting executive privilege in a way that's never been done before in American history. And of course, it's also designed to protect Attorney General Garland, who seems so intent on hiding these audio tapes that he's willing to go into contempt of Congress, joining Barack Obama's Attorney General Eric Holder as the only Attorney General found in contempt of Congress. I tell you, Judicial Watch is already now in federal court suing for these audio tapes. They have asserted privacy exemptions to hide the records from us. They're trying to protect Joe Biden's privacy. Now, on top of that, now they're asserting executive privilege. We've never seen anything like it before. The tapes must be devastating. Now, Judicial Watch is going to pursue this issue in federal court. Frankly, I think we'll get the audio tapes before Congress does at this rate. But we're here fighting for you, the American people, as Joe Biden tries to cover up his corruption. So when is Pam Bondi going to prosecute Garland? And if not, why not? The audio tapes are one thing, but Does she agree that the decision that only Peter Navarro goes to jail for obstructing Congress, only Steve Bannon goes to jail for obstructing Congress, is that the rule? They don't need 6 months to make a case on this. This is a pending issue. It was resolved by the prior administration. Obviously, Garland wasn't going to prosecute himself at the Justice Department. What's so hard about figuring out whether you're going to prosecute someone? Or at least announce that you're looking at the issue. So yeah, Pam Bondi's doing a lot of great work. Kash Patel's doing a lot of great work. But I think they need to focus on these rule of law issues, lawfare issues in a more aggressive way and a timely way, because I'm not seeing evidence they're doing it at all right now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.